Do you want to date a married man, even if he's separated?
This one has become increasingly complex because it's no longer just a marriage license that could be standing in the way of disentangling that previous relationship. The housing crisis has caused a problem in disentangling relationships. Many people are unable to separate into two households because it's financially prohibitive. So it's important now in these new dating relationships to just be really clear about where you're at because it's really hard for everybody. Actually, let me know in the comments if you want more of this type of content because this is happening a lot and I am helping a lot of people with really complex situations of the previous relationship is somehow affecting the new relationship and we all have to figure out how to work together because it's just happening. This is an interesting take and I'm fascinated by the way that you said this. Would you say that you were stuck destroying the 13-year relationship? Or would you say that he destroyed the 13-year relationship over the course of 8 months and you're the one stuck disentangling it? Or something else? Okay, exactly this. Thank you so much, Mike, or Mikey, if you prefer to go by Mikey, for sharing this piece of information because I have many clients who have had to utilize the option of borrowing an RV, or if they could have that option to buy an RV, that's what they did. And the housing crisis is real. It's a real problem, and it's causing real problems for people in divorced and breakup situations where they literally don't have any other option. Lots of the people in RVs are on the same property as the house because they were able to just borrow it. It's a whole thing. So thank you for chiming in. Oh, I used to agree with you 100%, no exceptions, but things have changed, times have changed, and there are people who are very much unable to separate into different households. And so that's more what this video was talking about, was the people that don't have the option to move out right now. They have a financial plan. They're going to be able to move out maybe in 6 months or a year, but it's going to take some saving, or maybe the house is for sale, and right now in this area, houses aren't selling. So if the house doesn't sell, you don't have the money to move into anywhere else. And so for some people, it's literally just not an option to move out yet, even though they very much want to. I have sessions with people that come in regularly to try to maintain peace and stability in their home because they have to try to live in the same home even after they're divorced. So I congratulate you and I support you completely in your own opinion that it would be too desperate of yourself to consider dating somebody who's still living with their ex, but that is not the case for everybody. Some people literally don't have an option and they want to move on. They want to move on and heal. They want to be able to go enjoy life. They want to be able to have companionship, and the finances are the thing that's in the way. So it's a little bit different for them. Again, supporting what you got, but for some people where they used to be exactly where you're at, they've been required to change now. Hey, thank you so much for saying this. That means a lot, and I do try to be balanced, so I appreciate that very much. So one example I can give is of a polyamorous relationship that I helped disentangle, and they had a home that they were all sharing, and they had 2 vehicles that they needed to distribute between 4 people. And the RCWs, which is the Revised Code of Washington for Washington State that I'm in, each state has their own code of rules, their laws. They don't address those types of situations. Obviously, there wasn't a marriage license to disentangle in this situation, but it was real people who had invested their lives in each other and then wanted the next chapter to look differently. They didn't want to be invested in the same way in each other's lives, but they had all 4 bought a home and vehicles together, and there was also a very big boat that they needed to decide who's going to get it or who's going to take over payments, and to be able to just sit down and have that conversation because, yes, they all contributed, has nothing to do with whether people agree or disagree with polyamory. It was that they wanted the next chapter of their life to look a certain way. If I was a bank, I would just look at it as 4 people that were trying to do something, and that's how they were able to obtain the loan. The bank didn't care what marriage licenses were in place or where or who was in which bedroom. That was nobody's business, and I'm able to do that as well.